All right, everybody. We're Junior here for another intellectual, insightful cornucopia of a plethora of great wisdom. I don't know, when you go live and I see these people what they do. They edit these videos. They make their videos and they spend so much time in the editing process and everything. And I think what that does, it takes out the authenticity of what whoever the presenter is, and I like just letting shit fly. I mean, you feel it, say it, do it. There was a guy that I knew that passed away that told me, "Do feel it, do it." And that's one of the problems that people don't want to do those kind of things. They're too worried about what they might say, what others might think, and everything. It's tough. It's tough because our society judges us. Our society, people look, gawk, stare, weird. And if you do something that's a little over the top, you're definitely going to get attention, public ridicule, notoriety for doing things weird, and unfortunately, generally, what is not accepted. That's the guy that does that. Very difficult. So, which leads me into the title: Special Needs Women. All right. Oh boy. It's like, you guys go back and I like what I like, the kind of women that I like. I'm a visual kind of guy initially. That's what I am. And I think most guys are. I don't want to admit it because they make movies about that, like Shallow, the Shallow Hal, whatever. Just likes a woman what she physically looks like and could care less otherwise. But you know what? Let me bring up an interesting point about this. There is something about what's going on the outside has something to do with what's going on the inside. Um, so don't summary rush to summary judgment when someone says, "Oh, you're just looking at her the outer looks and stuff like that." There's a reflection of what's going on the inside. Now, don't judge a book by the cover. Well, hey, look on the back of any book for the most part, or in the inside, because there is a summary of what the book is about. So there is truth. There is truth in a lot of. Don't mind me. I just popped a giant blister on my toe. Jesus. I don't know why I get these sometimes. When I used to do a lot of leg work, and now that I'm doing a lot of kicking, and the martial arts and stuff, and I call it martial arts. It is what I'm doing. It's a different, lots of different stuff, but it's not just one type. I'm doing a lot of different stuff, boxing, defense, but it is like Jeet Kune Do kind of style. People I guess are watching. I don't know what it is. Mixed stuff, not mixed martial arts, because that's more grappling. Brazilian jiu-jitsu. You got to get down and physically grab and work with somebody. And I don't like that. I don't like guys touching me and shit. I don't want anybody on me. Even for like Wing Chun, you're supposed to have somebody there, like just like pushing your arms away, working on things. That way, if you're in altercation with somebody, kind of like you should know what to do. You know what? It's kind of weird because I said when I got into this a couple weeks ago that I was doing this so I wouldn't get picked on again. But now it's turning into like choreography when I'm doing this stuff. So I'm thinking to myself, shit, I keep getting fluid with this, and precision with your movements and your balance and performance. It's like something you can put on your resume as an entertainer. Like you gotta remember this. We are still in Hollywood here. If well, in my case, I am. So it's something that I keep. Look, say, well, how come you're not in movies and television and stuff? Let me tell you something, man. Without an agent pushing you or connections, you're hoping for an open casting call, or you're going to go on a novelty show. You have to understand, even America's Got Talent, even shows like that, they got a million people that want to be on that. They'll do shit for free. and they pick and choose who they want. Now again, I going over the shows I was on and stuff, just like they picked me when I was younger. But you get older, and I don't know, like I just never got a push. Like after 31, I didn't see anything, and I went back to school. School was like kind of like a personal accomplishment for me. That's why I want to do that. Maybe find something else to do with my life. And dancing is like, I saw a guy that's like, I don't know how high up on the martial arts, what art it was. It was Aikido or Hapkido or something he was in. I forget. But it was like way up there, level grandmaster, and the guy was working at a video store. So, you could be way up on stuff. It doesn't mean anything, I guess. But if it's your passion, I mean, that's good. It's good to have things to do. Getting off topic, so let's stick with it. Let's stick with the narrative here. All right, the special needs one. Oh boy. Okay, so go to the market, and when I went out today, I remind myself, right, warrior mode always, warrior mode always. See that one you like, you see that you're not thinking, hey, go, 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 and go. And it's not easy because there's a lot of them that I would consider kind of borderline ones. And I know pickup artists are saying, "What the fuck are you doing, man? Like you should be on those, pressure, 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 and pressure." Percent, I walk around a lot, and people, these women, a lot of them know each other. You're walking around your area, and you come off as this hungry, needy, desperate kind of gawker, and trying. They're gonna tell the other ones, "Hey, stay away from that guy. I try not to worry about any of this stuff. But again, I told you, like selective. If you're super shy, like it depends where you are. Look, not everybody's the same. Not everybody that can do the same thing. Some people have paralyzing fear. Some people want a relationship. Everybody want. I don't know. I'm just talking about me, what I'm trying to get after, and it's tough either for me all the way around. I think it's tough for everybody. So my heart goes out to you if you're uh, in that. I had a friend Dave. I don't, last name's irrelevant, but I met him at a pickup, one of these pickup things. He lived near me, and he's like maybe 10 years older than me, and it was very similar. Like he said, "Oh, I've been on tons of dates and stuff like that," but he was so depressed all the time they couldn't meet women. I said, "Well, dude, at least you've been on tons of dates. At least you've done that. I can't. I barely had nothing. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's even me going like POF or anything. It's hard. Yeah." I'm talking like before COVID. I'm talking about years ago. I've always struggled. Nightclubs and bars and around. I had never really had any success. I gave out tons of business cards, never got. And I guess, well, you're picky. You got to lower your standards. I said, well, let me tell you, so you got to lower something. But if you can't get an erection for the other woman, and you're not turning you on, then I don't know what to tell you, man. This is the wrong. I think that's the wrong one. It's got to be one that gets you very excited. And the problem is, most people get nervous. I think. I don't know. I'm speaking from my own case. And what happens is like, so let's get into what I saw at the market today. Okay. I don't know. You trying to summary judge. There was an older woman. Older. I don't know, maybe 50, 60. I don't know. And it looked like a daughter, possibly a special needs. I don't know, but she was very close. She had to be about 30, if older. Okay, so let's make that point known first. Okay, and I could tell, like I'm trying to gauge. I'm trying to now. When they walked by me, I saw me out. I said, oh, "Okay, well, I got to." She just had the body that was like very nice there, and so I said I got to go there anyway to get like any meats and stuff, chicken. Got to get meat. And maybe beef. And so there, I got the thing, and it happened to be they were positioned kind of exactly where I needed to go. It's great. So I moved over there, and then the mother or whatever moved her little cart back. So I looked at it like this. Okay, Mike, now you stepped up to the plate. Now let's try to take a swing here. Say something nice and try to hit on that. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I just kind of like, it just like wasn't in me. The warrior thing, I got like in the position of, and I just did not feel like taking a swing at it. What I mean by that is saying something to the person to get to the one that you want, or there's ways to get to the one you want to say something. So the creative warrior comes in. And I don't know what happened. I just started thinking too much. I said, Mike, this is like you know, I could just notice it was real close. Like she wouldn't venture off. Like, and I said, man, Mike, this is like something here. That's it. Now look, it's a person too. I remember one time I saw something similar at the market, and I said something really nice. I said, oh, I just want to tell you, you're so beautiful. And the special needs one, the whoever the caretaker was or the mom, whatever, said she's not going to stop talking about this all day now. That you said that, like you made her day. Okay. So of course, I know you want your needs met. I know, you want to have your fun and everything. But you know what? If you could make somebody's day like that, what's that worth? How shallow am I being? I don't think I'm being shallow at all. Now, of course, your intention, yeah, you want, but you know what? Screw it. Even if I don't get it, you still made her day. So think about that. Think about that. Yeah, those are the tough ones. That's a weird, yeah, the special needs thing. That's a, you know, it's just there's levels of a mental degradation. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know if she was retarded or whatever. Mildly, look, there's people that are mildly things. I mean, you don't know. You're thinking. You're trying to like ascertain based on what you're seeing, but you need to open your mouth to get input back. And it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard sometimes. I try not to come off like creepy, weird, desperate guy. And unfortunately, it feels like that. Like when you're the stranger danger, even in the market during the day, you see something that's like, you're supposed to be bold, but unfortunately, I mean, I guess your mind can start like overthinking things too much when you see situations like that. So, um, I was a little upset about myself. I didn't make a move. I didn't try. Really, I kind of just didn't know. I didn't know what was just a weird situation. And what happens is that if you don't act immediately, your mind's going to start thinking. And if your mind starts thinking, it's not going to happen. You're waiting for that perfect opportunity or an opening that, I mean, I put myself in the position, which I mean, that's like, saying, okay, I'm in the batter's box now. I'm ready to try to, or, I'm up on the mound. I'm ready to throw a pitch, and I did everything except throw the ball or swing the bat. I don't know what happened. I moved in properly, and then I just overthought things. Yeah, you know, it wasn't a catastrophic loss, because you just, again, somebody, look, let's use common logic. If the woman has to be that close to her, just like, so there's something wrong with her there, like, and, the odds of you, like, it's, all I could have done was, maybe said something nice, and that, as they say, that. Okay, so let's get that out of the way now. So something else I want to bring up to attention, which I've been seeing a lot of the past day, today, yesterday. I call these guys maybe dumb warriors. These guys they're running. They're like running on the sidewalk, not taking into consideration people that are walking or whatever, and they run real close. I really hate that. It really bothers me. Like not really they don't touch you, but they can't control, their pace or where their body is going. It's like they're running like with blinders on, like a racehorse or something. And in life, it's good if you're trying to run a race, but we are not racehorses. Hence the rat race term. In a way we are. Think about that. Oh, focus on the goal. Everything else is well. You know what though? The problem with that is that it might seem like it's the right way to do things, in life. That, well, if you're a racehorse with blinders on, and you're running for that finish line, that's where the money is, the purses. point is taken. But let me tell you something. We are not horses, not a horse race, and with blinders on, you're not seeing what else is going on in the world, and you might miss something. I want you to really think about that now. Think about that when you're going through life with blinders on. You might be missing something. You might be missing an opportunity because you're so focused on getting to where you need to go. You're not looking around. You might miss that chick that might, you know. Now, I'm not saying, you know, you can't see everything. No one can see everything unless you're the amazing Kreskin. You know, don't ask me what a Uri Geller or whatever. But most people, to me, seem like they're going through life with the blinders on. I can see when I see the women I like, they're, you know, they don't feel like I'm looking at them. You know, usually you can feel when somebody's watching you. You can just tell when somebody is looking at you. It's like a power or something. I don't know. Dumb. Let me conclude with dumb warriors. Not just guys running. I saw a guy on a bike in the, you know, not even in the bike lane, going against traffic. Beat that one. And jeez, dumb warrior. People can't wait for the light to change. Walking real fast. Dumb warrior. Dumb. I mean, just wow. Hmm. The running thing gets me the most because you're like running. You can't control like how fast your body is going. You're just running like by people. You know, scaring people. You just don't realize that. That was a saying. I think it was Han Kook tires. You know, speed without control is pointless. People like, you know, no control over their own body. You know, jeez. Ridiculous. Know how to stay in shape, but just can't use their brain. Well, it's not enough. You have to have balance. You know, the fitness thing is good, but you have to be brain fit too. Dumb fit is like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what's worse. You know, smart out of shape, smart unhealthy. It's not good either. It's awful. They both suck. Okay. What you want is that middle ground. You want that intelligent fit, you know, guy. Smart here, and then smart here. Intelligent warrior. Great combination. Unstoppable. You got that? Jeez. I know I said this line yesterday, but it bears worth repeating. Better to live one day as a lion than 100 years as a sheep. Wow. 100 years as a sheep. Wow. Jeez. I used to say to my friend, I said, I'd rather have an exciting 50 than a boring 100. Interesting, too. Never really heard that from anybody. Most people would want you know, they want that long, you know, that long life. But, you know, and I get that. But it has to be like worth something. You don't want to do it as a sheep. A lot of people do that as a sheep. What's the point? And at the end, you're going to have all these damn regrets because you didn't stick your neck out there. If you're like me, look, I fight with this even at 47. You know, societal pressure, the way that society functions. You know, you see a woman in the market, I'm looking at her, and then the people working the market, they're looking at me to see what I'm looking at. I know know why. It's like I don't know. Like it was, well, what is that's what he likes? You know, they're trying to get information, and the only way they can get information is by you saying something or trying to pick up your visuals, what you're looking, what you're concentrating on. And the problem is, I like a little more of the extreme when it comes to women. It's not easy. It's gonna stick out, you know, both of them. And it makes it tough. It's challenging, you know. I walk, I go to the gym, I see the, Laurel Canyon, those homes, they're building up there. They're building these new roads because I'm seeing these new homes up there. Fuck, dude, a lot of dudes with some money, you know. You're competing against these fools, you know. Not fools. I say that like because, yeah, you can't like I can't compete. It's so hard. I hate to say I can't. But they got like real money. Those people. Jeez. Like you got no chance versus those dudes. Unless you really, can put something together, then a lot of that I don't think it really applies. I know a guy that he's at that level, and this guy he don't give a shit about getting women. If he wants it, whatever, he fly to Thailand first class or something. Maybe that's his thing. He does not care. It's like it don't mean nothing to him. Jeez. That's him though. I tell him about, I pay. I tell him you throwing money away, man. Hey, you know what? Look, man, I gotta get some action. So I gotta get some. That's fun for me. If I can't have fun in life and some expenses, why do I need to be here for? You're just wasting time. But there's time to do serious work. I don't know, okay, whatever it is. Whether school or work or everything, a business. There's all, you got to make a life worth living. I don't care what anybody tells you. You get that one go around and that's it. And and it goes. And, oh, you're never too old. You are, man. You will get. Believe me. I work my ass off to keep myself in first class condition. And even that is like it doesn't matter. You can't stop time. And the people in the gym, may be a little bit older than half my age. It's like I feel like I'm on my way out kind of thing. And slow, it's tough. I shouldn't say that, but that's what it feels like sometimes. You feel like, you didn't get this, you didn't get that, you didn't make this, you didn't make that, you fucked up here, you fucked up there. And it's like, where's the opportunities? It's hard. You look around and you see people that they're making it, they're not sharing. Like or they got connections, something. Just got to hold. You got to play the long game. It's like in chess, those long tournaments. It's grind. But eventually, there's going to be a winner. Every game has to end in a win, lose, or stalemate or draw. But my point is, those tournaments can take a couple days. I remember I played some of these long, drawn out ones, and it's in the end, somebody gets a trophy. It's not who sits there the longest. It's, you know, who wins the game. You know, but it's a grind. It's kind of like what I feel like I'm doing sometimes. You know, after that experience, another one that's like, you know, it's grind. It's like, ah, why didn't I say it? You know, start thinking. And in life, it's like it's good to think, but for some reason, when it comes to pickup and women, you know, you just don't want to think. You just want to act and react and jump right in. Fuck it. I know it's you know what are you gonna do? It's you know every time I start thinking, waiting for that moment, it just doesn't move authentic. You know, it doesn't come off authentic. Even when I don't think, it doesn't guarantee you action, anything. It's been a while. I think the last phone number I got was a chick that I met in Irvine. It was like 55. I never, you know, she called me a couple times, texted me, and you know, she wasn't what I, you know, you got good taste, high expectations. You want, I have good taste. But if I'm seeing every day, like women that I would consider qualifiers or qualifying, then I don't think you know, my expectations are beyond extraordinary. But it's tough. They're protected, just like that. If I was a mother or the provider, whoever was with that special needs one, they're protected in all facets. You know, it was a good example. You know, just you know, I wish there were more socially conducive meeting environments for sincerely single people. There's, believe me, I've tried all this speed dating. That's the closest. That kind of phased out, but I did that a couple times, maybe a dozen times. That's the closest. And a lot of girls bring their girlfriends to those things, and they kind of work together to talk themselves out of it. So they're going with them, they're leaving with them. So it's like, hey, it's supposed to be single speed dating kind of thing. You know, a lot of girls are terrified to go by themselves to anything. They don't want to look desperate, needy, whatever. I think I got kicked out of one of those before. I told you it was extremely combative. Anyway, I think it's that will wrap up this half hour, fairly brief uh, tutorial, whatever, on my experience for today. I urge you to stay bold. I know, you know, it's hard sometimes. All right, I'll share one. I'll share a good one with you before I go. This is cute. This is a cute one. You know, I was listening to some. This is maybe 4 years ago. Maybe I was a while ago. I was listening to some pickup about some guy saying, "Look, you know, I want you to do when you walk out of your apartment or house or whatever. The second you see anything decent, you know, you are going to go balls to the wall, and like that, you know, you're going to talk to her, you're going to keep on it and everything." So I got all fired up. I listened to this thing and I said, "All right." And I walked out of my apartment, and there was a black, like a sedan that pulled up, and a group of like four chicks got out. This is like right next door to me. There's like this condo complex, kind of like rich or something. And these chicks get out, And the guys were by the door. They're maybe a couple, like 100, 150 feet away, and I just was on the chicks, like the guy said. And some guy saw me, goes, "Who the fuck? Who is that?" And I ignored the guy completely. I was trying to talk to the women, trying to do pickup, and the guy goes, "Hey, you get the fuck out of here!" He goes to me. And I go, "Hey, man, just relax. I'm just talking." Now again, I'm on a public sidewalk. Again, I was going against societal norms. Basically like bold warrior is what I was doing. That's all I was doing. And this guy, just was on me, like, get the fuck out of here. Like he was really, you know, it wasn't prepared, but he caught me like when I was like listening to this serious pickup line. Look, man, if you got paralyzing shy fear, I talked about this before. You have to take a fucking hammer to that. And what do I mean by a hammer? That means that if you have this type of fear going on in your mind, you have to take this much action against it. A lot of people, they don't understand what that means. That means over the top. Over the top. Like, it's like if you have a disease, right? And you need like some serious medication. You're gonna take like something real mild, maybe? No, you need the fucking serious shit for it. By prescription, the doctor prescribes that. It's a hardcore, whatever, treatment for something. And a lot of these people don't. Oh, no, you go little by little. You go little by little. Okay, does that work? Maybe. I'm the guy that, like, something, I go like after it. I'm. So paralyzing procrastination or shyness is the same. Put that in the same category. That's like this big. Then I go after with this big. I go after being bold. And I can guarantee you, 100%, there's no question in my mind. If you go after that paralyzing fear and procrastination that's like this big in your mind with this type of boldness, you see what happens, how you start, how you conquer your fear that way. You might not get action, but you will put that fucking procrastination fear in its place. You'll get something. You'll get something. I know the bottom line is getting the women getting laid. That will come. That will have to, because you're changing. You're challenging the narrative. You're challenging what the average, what your mind is telling you not to do. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. People are going to be looking at me. Society is going to judge me. I don't want to be embarrassed and laughed at, made a fool out of. That's how it works. That's how it works. Those people that are bold, and snowballs into other areas of your life. You have to. What I mean by bold is like a creative bold. You just go with me on this one. You know, bold, showing interest, but not harassing and creepy stalking guy, like a salesman or something. But a slick one. Doesn't come off as one initially, but gets like the communication going. Hey, can I just give you my card? This is what I mean to do. If something you need, or I can call you or something. Like just anything to get a chance. You're selling yourself. You're selling. You're trying to get your needs, man. You're trying to get something. So you got to give them some information, to kind of get to know you a little bit. I call it a moving target. It's hard. I know. Somebody's in the market, they're moving. It's a moving target. You're trying to hit it as it's moving, or on the street they're walking, trying to hit it. Trying to get your action as it's going. It's hard. You were just sitting in the car, getting ready to leave. It's still a moving target because they're going somewhere. Even in the bars and nightclubs, everybody those people, the cliquish, they know each other. It's not that easy. Don't even get me started with confrontations in bars and nightclubs. In nightclubs, I used to try to use HDV, high demonstration value, to my dancing. Women would come up to me. Again, I was like a different person. I was very arrogant and cocky. It worked against me. I don't know. It was counterintuitive. It didn't. You're young. You're generally uneducated. When it comes to game, picking up and stuff. Didn't have anybody to really kind of help me. I would go to these seminars, pickup artist seminars, and listen to these guys. And you wanted to hear bold? I went to this one. It's like Sunset, I forget. It was like Dean Martin's old house or something. I forget who was renting it. Maybe 30, 40. There was a lot of dudes in there, all trying to learn from some of these expert PUAs. And man, nobody's asking a damn question. So I put my hand up there and they call on me. And I just open up honestly about myself like I'm doing now. And the guy running it, was this guy a joke or something? And I mean, it was like just, those guys are giving me like really hard, like tough love kind of thing. It was like embarrassing. That put me on the spot. The other dudes weren't laughing, but they knew it was real. What I was talking was authentic. I was being real. Even after the guy called me over to the side to talk to me privately, one-on-one. I'll be real with you, and I'll be honest. Just, you know, there's a lot of instruction out there, but there's something about authenticity that has a lot of value. You don't have to be exactly like me to relate to my scenarios here, but maybe there's something I said that kind of gets you to think for a second. Say, yeah, that's my problem too. That can't. And then I tell you how I deal with it, or ideas and stuff. Maybe somebody will get something off of it. That's it. Criticize, I don't mind at all. I hope that, all these things, I'm keeping all this stuff up there. And I know, hey, you got a problem with it, then don't watch it. Don't even waste, you won't even waste your time. You don't relate with it, then good for you. Good for you. Then, your needs are met. You're getting all the women you like and everything's great. Good. But I'm on this to relate with people in certain types of fields. I talk about Star Trek. I talk about Star Wars. I talk about, the women, but I relate with, I believe there's like some dudes, they all kind of relate to all this. And in a way, I'm trying to give back. Nobody really mentored me. I didn't have anybody. So, in a way, I feel like I'm kind of being a mentor through my honesty and my learning and my experiences and stuff. And doing things that are just a little different. See how hard it is. Thank you for listening. We're junior. The stories will continue, hopefully.